Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is Nick here. So I just had a consultation with Dr. Leis, and he's definitely not the surgeon for me. Um, I understand he's an older gentleman, and he's an old school kind of guy, and doctors don't really have filters sometimes. They just tell it like it is, and I can take that. I have tough skin. Um, you know, being that I am a nurse, I deal with that. Um, I didn't find him to be very trans friendly. He said a lot of derogatory things that one would find offensive. Um, I didn't get to ask him any questions. He talked the entire time. And long story short, he basically told me that I needed to lose a significant amount of weight in order for me to be a candidate for abdominal flap. And I knew that weight loss was something that I needed to do, regardless of my donor site. Um, but he basically, not outright, because that would potentially be a lawsuit, but he basically called me fat. And, you know, 90% of the conversation was based around my weight. He called me overweight at least 6 or 7 times during the conversation. And that was probably about a 30-minute conversation. So you tell me. Um, you know, it's a good thing in a way because he does not participate with insurance. So, you know, that's kind of a good thing. One thing that I did learn from my conversation with him is that, if there's not enough excess skin when they do the pull down to close the donor site, they'll actually take a graft from your leg. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, if that's going to happen potentially anyway, then I might as well go with RFF. At least I'll have optimal sensation, and at least it's not a situation where um, I don't know. I mean, basically, if you're gonna take a graft from my leg anyway, then I might as well go with another donor site. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna say whether or not I would recommend him, um, because your experience may be different than mine. I did read online that he wasn't very trans friendly. He says a lot of derogatory things. But somebody's experience may not be your experience with that individual. But based on what I've seen and heard, um, in terms of dealing with these phalloplasty surgeons, some of the stuff that you read online, you should take with a grain of salt. But most of the things that I've encountered with individuals where it has been said that, they're assholes or stay away from this person or, they give misinformation or whatever the case is, it's been true. Again, this is just my personal experience. I want to share it with people because, I feel like not enough times, do we talk about these things. And as a person of color, navigating through this process, I feel like it's not a lot of people of color that are talking about their experience or they only give you a little bit. So moving forward, um, I'm probably gonna go with RFF. I had, it's crazy because I had been giving a lot of thought to it anyway. I had watched a couple of YouTube videos, and a couple of guys were talking about how they had excellent sensation, and they had hypersensitive areas on their penis, and I'm like, wow, it really got me thinking, like, because that's something that's important to me. Though it's not guaranteed that you have sensation, it's not guaranteed, that you'll have optimal sensation. But the percentile of people who have no sensation is like less than 5%. So with every surgery, there is risks and complications that may arise. So I guess at this point, I'm going to start looking for an electrolysis in my area. And I have some upcoming consultations for a hysterectomy that I had already, put in place. And we're just going to see what happens. So, yeah, I'll keep y'all posted. Be blessed.